The Murchison Bay, consisting of the inner bay and outer bay, is an extension of Lake Victoria and is situated southeast of Kampala City in Uganda. It covers an area of about 60 square kilometers. The inner Murchison Bay is a semi-enclosed small water body with an area of 18.4 square kilometers and length of 5.6 kilometers off the main part of Lake Victoria. The inner Murchison Bay has a total catchment area of about 282 square kilometers, with a catchment area consisting of about 20% swamps and 80% urban areas. The bay is one of the point sources receiving wastewater from Kampala City, the capital of Uganda, with a population of about 1.7 million inhabitants. Pollution loading into the inner Murchison Bay from channels or rivers has increased tremendously due to population growth, wetland encroachment, economic growth, industrialization, and paving of urban areas in Kampala City. Population pressures around Lake Victoria have led to land degradation, which have increased sediment and nutrient loading into the lake through these streams. Increasing industrialization around the lake has also increased contamination of the lake with industrial effluent. There are 4 major channels or rivers that are significant sources of water pollution that drain into the inner Murchison Bay. The first channel is the Nakawuka channel, the largest catchment drainage inlet, which drains Kitante and Lugogo channels. The second stream is the Kansanga stream, which stretches into the Gaba shoreline. The third stream is the Kinawataka stream that drains industries of Nakawa and Chambogo. The fourth stream drains the Namambe area, which is predominantly a wetland and an industrial park. The Nakawuka channel runs from the central populated Kampala district, passing through slums, industrial settlements, and markets before discharging its water into Lake Victoria at the Murchison Bay. Although the Nakawuka sub-catchment represents only about 17% of the total Murchison Bay catchment, it contributes about 76% of the effluent. Between 2001 and 2003, the channel was widened and modified to a concrete walled structure in order to improve the city's drainage. Since the water in the channel is a mixture of secondary effluents from the National Water and Sewage Corporation sewage treatment plant at Bugolobi within Kampala City, and heavily polluted untreated wastewater from other parts of the city, widening the channel increased pollution loading into the lake. Previously, the Nakawuka channel ended in a papyrus swamp that retained a large portion of the polluting compounds before the water reached the inner Murchison Bay. However, most of the swamp has since been turned into agricultural land or developed for commercial, industrial, or residential purposes. The inner Murchison Bay is also a source of water supply for Kampala City. The National Water and Sewage Corporation has a raw water intake at Gaba in the inner Murchison Bay. The National Water and Sewage Corporation has in the past relocated its raw water intake in the inner Murchison Bay because of the deteriorating quality of water. Water treatment costs have also been increasing due to the increasing pollution of the water source at Gaba. The question therefore is, as Kampala City continues to grow and as pollution loads increase, if no pollution control actions are taken, how long before the quality of water at the current Gaba intake deteriorate to a point where it can no longer be suitable to be a raw water source? What is more economical and sustainable? Is it controlling pollution sources within the catchment area, or continuing with business as usual and relocate the intake again and again as treatment costs increase? Poor water quality can have negative impacts on economic development, public health, and living conditions. Can we act now before the situation becomes dire?